in English language paper, in O levels, why do you think it was called directed writing? Can you link this idea with that? I just want you to just tell me where you were given a formal letter, any sort of text type was given, report writing, magazine article, or speech writing. In O levels, you were given, right, Aisha? But why was it called directed writing? Why was it called directed writing? What was the reason behind that? Because the directions were given. They asked you to follow the instructions, as simple as that. So in paper one, reading section, this is going to be giving you some basics. What is directed response? How do I need to today's agenda, today's objective? Please write it down. You must have your separate notebook, and you are going to, in an organized way, need to mention what is directed response. It means, beta, to follow the guideline or the instructions provided by the examiner to compose a certain type of text. To compose a certain type of text. Yes, yes, Aisha, you're right. You're saying that because we were supposed to be writing something more specific. Yes, indeed. Okay, let me share the screen once more, beta, so that it's all clear to you. Are you able to look at the screen now? Can you please acknowledge? Are you able to look at the screen, beta?
Yes, miss.
Does it say reading paper one, right?
Yes.
Okay. What is direct response? This should be your objective. We need to achieve this objective of our lesson today. Now, Aisha, over to you. Read the slide, please.
Directed response, section A, question 1A. With a directed response, you are given a piece of writing and asked to rewrite it for a different purpose or audience.
So basically, you can already see it says 1A. That means the question number one has another part to it. With a directed response, you are given a piece of writing and asked to rewrite it for a different purpose or audience. What is the purpose of this class? The purpose of this class is to provide you information. It's not only about to complete the syllabus, but it's to All right, so yeah, we are at the mercy of the technology. Things happen, technical faults. Yeah, I'm trying my best so that you people can hear me. Okay, so we were in the beginning of our lesson and it was about the purpose and the audiences. I wanted to show you how your paper is going to look like. So I hope everyone is able to listen to me. I'm about to share the screen so that you can be able to relate with the concepts. What exactly are we doing? The presentation is just going to be uploaded. Can you please give the heading, which is called directed response, and it carries 10 marks in your reading paper section, part 1A. Yeah, so we are right over here. Yes, let me now present this so that it becomes really clear to you. Okay. So we were right here. What is directed response? And this was a section that we were doing. With a directed response, you're given a piece of writing and asked to rewrite it for a different purpose or audience. Okay, so you will be asked to write to inform, to entertain, to convince, to um, to sympathize with one of the characters in a story. There could be so many ways in which you can write down audiences. For example, Miss Nadia is delivering her lesson. So my audience, beta, are the students, the youngsters, the teenagers. So this is how you need to look at the purpose and the audience when it comes to the directed response, section 8. Then question number 1A. What do I need to do in it? I need to do what in the very first place? You need to demonstrate that you can. Yes, beta. Aisha, please read the slide. Read a text.
Read a text, reflect on how the original creates meaning, reflect on the genre requirements of the requested task, selected material from the original and repurpose it for the new task, complete the task 150 to 200 words in the genre requested.
So you have to now listen and understand these points very carefully. You can jot down these points in your notebook. In your exam paper, you will be provided a text. What do I mean by text, Motasam? Text means a passage will be given to you. You remember the type of texts that were given to you in your O-level section as well, but they were only and purely like narrative passage, reading for meaning. But the size, the length of the passage or the text is going to be equally like that. Reflect on how the original creates meaning. So at the surface, you might believe that the characters are talking to each other in on a very good term, but you would realize that, oh God, they are not very fond of each other. On the inside, there's something really worse happening. For example, the red color has been used quite a lot of times in the text. Then you will be saying that red color is the, it's a hue, it's a hint towards an emergency. Something alarming is about to happen. It's a symbol of blood. So you need to create meaning. I will show you how. These are the instructions. Reflect on the genre requirement. Genre means the type of the text. This is, what do I mean? You listen to music, right? It has different types to it. It has jazz, blues, R&B, rhythm and blues. It has pop. In the same manner, in reading paper, you have genre requirements of the requested task. Examiner is going to request you, instruct you to write down on a magazine, on a leaflet, isn't it? Or they will give you, let's say, an informal letter or formal letter. They will give you some sort of genre requirement. You need to know the features of the text. Select material from the original and repurpose it for the new task. Complete the task between 150 to 200 words in the genre requested. So I want to show you what about this fourth bullet point What is it saying? How do I need to select? What am I talking about original and the repurposed text? So for this, I need to share with you the specimen paper, your A-level English language specimen paper, so that it becomes all clear to you how you're going to do about it. Give the heading now, 9093 specimen paper. All right, so here is the screen. I hope now you can look at it. I converted this document into Word file so that I should be able to write on it also. This is your exam paper. You will get 2 hours, 15 minutes. Beta, you have to be very careful looking at it. Your syllabus code is 9093. This is paper 1 for examination from 2021, 2 hours, 15 minutes. This is a specimen paper that I'm showing you. Paper 1 reading paper. You must answer on the enclosed answer booklet that you will be receiving. There is no choice. Answer all questions. That means there are 2 questions and you need to answer both of them. Is there any question over here? Is there any question here, beta?
No, miss.
Okay, it's all good. And the total marks for the paper is going to be 50. So you have section A versus section B. Don't just look at the screen, keep on writing. Section A carries 25 marks, section B carries 25 marks. So, but these 25 marks are divided over here in question number 1, part A, which is called directed response that I need to generate. And this carries, beta, how many marks? 10 marks. How many marks? 10 marks. Is it clear? Then we are here. I have question number 1, part B also. All right. With B part, I need to do comparative analysis. What do I need to do? Comparative analysis. And this will carry 15 marks. So I have 15 and 10, which will be completing my 25 mark criteria. Then you have section B. This is titled as beta textual analysis. Are we writing? Motasam, can you please acknowledge in the chat box that you're writing? Textual analysis. Aisha, you're writing beta. Textual
Yes,
analysis.
miss.
It says question number 2, and there are no parts to it, so it holistically carries 25 marks. It's simply it has no parts to it. So I have section A, which is called directed response, comparative analysis. Section B is titled as textual analysis. I am introducing you to paper 1. Previously, we were doing paper 2. The total marks are 50. All right, let's move on. Now, the heading is right over here. I just mentioned that I changed the PDF file. Therefore, you can see a bit of like upset or disorder, but you do get it, right? I'm going to go on and turn my pen. Okay, so the blue pen. Section A, directed response. Question number 1, I already mentioned it has 2 parts to it. Now, I want Aisha to read it from here till here, beta.
Read the following text, which is an advertisement for a luxury apartment called Pembroke in Cape Town, South Africa. Imagine you have recently stayed at the apartment. Write the text for a review of the apartment, which will be posted on the Real Deal Holiday Review website. Use 150 to 200 words. Compare your review with the advertisement, analyzing form, structure, and language.
Now, what do you need to do, beta? You here understand very clearly. The step number 1, I would underline the keywords of the question. Read the following text. So I will say, okay, where is the text? This is the text. Pembroke, only the very best. Pembroke, only the very best. This is the text that I have received, okay? Which is an advertisement for a luxury apartment. So this is an advertisement. This is an advertisement. I need to raise this, but you do realize, beta, that what is the concept? It's a luxury. That means it's expensive, beta. Luxury, like for upper class, the audience is going to be from the upper class, called Pembroke in Cape Town, South Africa. Now imagine you have, now this is the part. You cannot answer this question. This is your second step. Don't answer this question in the first place. Step number 1, firstly, read this. Firstly, read this. Firstly, you have to read Pembroke. You have to read this text. And how long is this? This has the same size of the text that you used to get in your O-level exam. The size that I'm talking about. So over here, this text is an advertisement, and I'm going to teach you all the features. What are those elements, the characteristics, what makes it an advertisement, okay? How this text works. And then I will be writing a review of this Pembroke promotional campaign. Let's suppose that I need to imagine that I stayed over here in this Pembroke apartment. And what was my review? Am I going to give it a 5-star, 4-star, 3-star, 1-star? I mean, the water was unhygienic, let's say, or you think that no, it was luxury apartment. Was it worth spending money on it? Do you think that the places around this hotel was far away, or was it nearby? So you need to write a review. This is your repurposed text. Question number 1A says write a review. This question says that I am an advertisement. So they both text styles are different, and their both purpose is different. Promotional campaign is always going to give me an idea about how I need to make a sale. Review is my personal view. I stayed with my family. Was my family satisfied? Were we able to afford it in like for 3 days or 4 days? Will I recommend it or not? So review is personalized. Pembroke, only the very best. Advertisement is professionally written. So you need to create the differences in between both types of text. Aisha, can you tell me, what do you understand over here? Are we going to be given 2 different types of text? Yes or no?
Miss, maybe only one type of text?
No. The one type of text is given over here, advertisement, but in part A, you will be asked to write a review. So they turn out to be 2 different types of texts. Okay, so review writing is a different style and advertisement is a different style. This concept is to be clear. Let's have a look at the presentation so that the concepts are even clear, because this is the first time that you're looking at it. Yes. So who is this piece of writing for? So for advertisement, who do you think that, who is going to stay in an apartment? Who is going to stay in an apartment? The family, the people who are on a business trip, right? What is the purpose of the advertisement? to convince people to buy their holiday package, isn't it? Aisha, now you're getting the point. What is the purpose of the advertisement? To provide information, to convince them through their smooth sales talk, and so that they should be able to stay over here. What do I know about the genre characteristics of this sort of writing? So I need to teach you the features of the advertisement so that you should be able to write down and identify. What skills will I need? What skills will I need? Aisha, can you read it first of all?
First of all, it is important that you ensure that you read actively. This means that you need to read for style, the way that something is put, as well as content. You should read with the part questions in mind. The skill of doing this preparatory work lies in working quickly and highlighting things of interest without spending a lot of time on trying to make a comprehensive list of the features in the text.
So now you have to give the heading. I will be explaining you. You should read with the part questions. What do we mean by the part question? And what do we mean by the features of the text? How do I need to highlight it? So on this note, beta, you will be now, I'm opening up a plain document so that on which we will be writing down the most important points. So here we go. What do we mean by part? I already mentioned it to you. Part stands for purpose. You will always tell me what is the purpose of the text. Who is the audience? If there is, let's say, whenever you look at in your school, you realize that there's an election campaign going on. And Motasam and Aisha, they both are competing for the head girl and head boy position. So do you think your audience majority of the audience is going to be who? Majority of my audience is going to be wider audience or narrow audience? You will have more specific audience. Very good. Okay, Shiza is also here. I would like to recap. Shiza beta, what we are doing? We are doing paper 1. Please give the heading. Paper 1. This is called reading paper. The presentation I conducted, it is already recorded, and then I will be sharing on the WhatsApp group as well. Paper 1 reading section. And I'm teaching you how you need to identify the purpose, the audiences. Majority of my audience is going to be wider or narrow. Narrow means narrower. It means that I have a specific audience. For example, I am writing a very related article about women. So my audience is going to be very specific because it's a feministic article. So women are going to read it. So my audiences are specific, narrow audience, but wider in a sense that Malala Yousafzai, let's say, or Imran Khan delivering a speech at the United Nations. United Nations is a global platform. So my audience is going to be wider. Now you get the point. We are talking about, is my audience huge or is my audience specific? I need to check with the purpose. The purpose will always be to inform the audience or to make them entertain. So these are the points that you need to write them down. Shiza, even you joined late, but please write it down, okay? There can be so many other purposes also that you can write about. Next, we are moving on to register. How many types of registers do we have? Can anyone tell me? We have a formal register. We have a semi-formal register. We have an informal register. So who is going to tell me? When at the United Nations, I am delivering a speech, which style, which register should I follow? Will it be formal? Will it be in semi-formal? Will it be informal?
Miss, would it be formal?
Yes. Can you hear me? Can you all hear me?
Yes, Miss.
Okay. It's going to be formal, beta. That's good. Thank you for recognizing. Now you're catching up the pace. Now T stands for, what do you know about T? What does it stand for? It stands for the tone. Tone means, beta, the voice of the writer. What is it? The voice of the writer. So when you are delivering the speech, how is your tone? When there is a speech, how is your tone? Or let's say there is a promotional campaign. Promotional campaign, what do we mean by that, beta? Promotional campaign means an ad, an advertisement. What do you think that the writer is going to be using the tone? Number one, it can be welcoming. It is a holiday destination package. I need to live for 3 days, stay 3 days in Murray Hill Resort, let's say. It should be welcoming tone. It could be, what else? You tell me. It can be comforting. It can be above all. Above
Miss,
all,
Miss, what about persuasive?
enthusiastic tone. Persuasive is going to be my purpose, beta. I need to persuade them so that they can purchase my holiday package. To convince or to, this is the purpose. What is the reason of the text? What is it trying to do? It is trying to inform, it is trying to persuade, it is trying to entertain, it is trying to motivate, isn't it? So you have to look at the tone. I have a whole chart of tone words from A till Z, and it is in your resource pack. You will be receiving very soon, inshallah. So for now, you need to have the concepts clear. So I developed an acronym, beta. The acronym is, every time when you read the text, you will remember PART. Purpose, audience, register, tone. And if you remember this on your fingertips, if you remember this on your fingertips, you're getting very good marks. You're going to excel. Now, do you understand how do we have to approach this acronym PART? When I'm answering, the purpose of the text is this, the audience is perhaps this, the register of the passage provided is this, and the tone used by the narrator is this. This is going to combine and make my first paragraph. What is it going to make, beta? First paragraph. Over here, do you have question? Please ask me. I'm telling you how you need to approach. How do we need to approach, beta? Paper 1. Shiza, beta, do you have any question? Motasam, do you understand what is the purpose? What do we mean by purpose? What do we mean by audience? What do we mean by register? What do we mean by tone? Your feedback means a lot. Please write in the chat box. Excellent. Very good. Thank you. Thank you for acknowledging in the chat box. Your consistency, regularity in the lessons is very, very important. All right. So I roger your acknowledgement. Good. Now, you need to enjoy reading. It should not be a tedious, oh God, I'm reading a text. You can't do that. You have to listen to the sound. You need to feel what the words are being communicated as in. So my next point is, yes. So you're holding your pen, you strike up a margin and you say, okay, for 25 marks, I am given question number 1 part A and question number 1 part B. Right under this question, the text will be provided, the provided text. So what do I need to do? I need to just add up a page so that I can make a sequence. Okay? Let me just make up a sequence. So for question number 1A, question number 125 mark, how I just need to quickly recap. No, I don't want to annotate through this. Yeah. So with this part, text will be provided. And let's say this is an advertisement. So my step 1 is to read this text. The moment you read this question number 1, question number 1A should be your second step. Step 1, your first step is to read the advertisement. You have to read the text. Then you have to solve, attempt second step, that is question number 1A. Step number 1 is what? Read the advertisement. I cannot read the advertisement unless and until I know what are the features in it. So what do I need to read in the advertisement? Features or form of the text. Examiner is asking me, Cambridge examiner is asking me, identify the features, that is the form of the text. For example, when it comes to an advertisement, number 1, what do you think? You must have watched, can you tell me one of the advertisements that you have recently watched and you can't help but switching the channel to another one? You can't stand that advertisement. It could be detergent, it could be fizzy drink, it could be anything. Can you name any advertisement?
Miss, there's a new Cornetto ad, the ice cream.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, like all of them traditionally dancing together.
Yes.
So what about that? Please tell us. I'm so excited to listen to your concept. You're about to contribute. Yeah.
It's not really annoying, but if it keeps on coming on only, then it gets annoying. I think it's about where a guy is traditionally dancing with the others, but then he sees a girl and then he just messes up the dance. So then he looks over.
You're saying he messes up the dance? Yeah. Okay. Okay. Continue.
He looks over his shoulder and he sees the ice cream stand, and then he goes over there to get it. But when he comes back, he also bumps into the others who's traditionally dancing. And then he reaches to the girl, and then he shares the ice cream with the girl. And in the end,
what about it? So Aisha, what about it? What's the bottom line? Why do you not like this advertisement? What is so annoying about, irritating about this part?
It just gets annoying progressively onwards. It keeps coming.
I tell you honestly, in any of the advertisement, there is the use of, you keep on writing along with me. Thank you for sharing that idea. I need to tell you, use of hyperbole. We don't say hyperbole, it's hyperbole. It's a synonym for exaggeration. It means overstatement. All right, what do we mean by this? It means beta overstatement. That was an exaggeration of beginning for a relationship, or it could be like it's a festive, let's say, a festive occasion and people are dancing together, but it is only on the basis of an ice cream that your bond can be developed. So that was, I don't think so it was logical as such, but yes, they created a narrative out of it. One advertisement that I cannot stand is that drinking fizzy sodas, I mean fizzy drinks, you can have this electrifying energy and you can dance and you can just perform any stunt in your life. For example, do the do. So it has slogans which are quite manipulative. So you may write it down that an advertisement will always make use of a slogan which is ready to be manipulate, they're quite manipulative, but at the same time they highlight a lot of attraction from the potential customers. These are the two features that you just identified: exaggeration, slogan. A lot of people. Then you have number three. As soon as the month of Ramadan approaches, you get to listen to a lot of campaigns saying it's free, free, free. There is a lot of repetition in the advertisements because they want to emphasize upon a certain idea. I mean, their product has to be registered in the mind of the reader or the viewer. So repetition is used to emphasize or to register, or it rather creates an echoing effect. So you can also do that. So we've got three features, dear students. We are looking at the ways in which it can be used. Number four, it's going to be the use of superlative degrees. Best, number one. Have you seen any advertisement, Shiza, where number one is constantly tossed? I mean, it's just thrown every single time. Use of superlative degrees. What is superlative degree? When people use the word best, when they say number one, when they use royalty tone, they just add royalty to their text by adding words like the most luxurious, the most, beautiful. Royalty to their text because they have to make a sale. You need to remember that they are interested in only making up a sale. Use of superlative degree. Is this clear so far? Then we have number five. Number five, use of adverbs of frequency. Adverbs of frequency is or are always, always, rarely, you tell me, sometimes, and or adverb of frequency, always, rarely, sometimes, never, every time. So never and always, these are the two adverb of frequency which are mostly used in the text. I want an acknowledgement. Do you understand so far the features of advertisement? What kind of features, characteristics? This is a genre. Genre means the type of a text. We are looking at advertisement and we are thinking, if someone writes down an ad, a promotional campaign, they will be using all of these characteristics. Yes, I can repeat slogan, beta. Thank you. Uh, Aisha, would you please can you please recap slogan? I will definitely repeat it better for you, but let me see how far she has understood also. Slogan. Slogan, you must have heard all those political campaigns saying slogans.
Miss, it's where people try to attract the viewers and try to manipulate their minds to get them by the product.
Hmm. Our slogan, let's say Imran Khan has started off with his campaign called, I mean, it had long been started and it is about planting 1,000 trees and million trees in Pakistan, something like that. And the slogan is like going green. All right, going green. The slogan for climate change, save planet. I mean, when we say that we should not be consuming plastic bags, right? So their slogans are basically better captions, captions, which are always there. You must have seen them on the billboards. You must have seen at the political campaigns. You must have seen in so many ways. Some of the it's like people are playing around with it. It's a wordplay also. Going green. Can you think of any other? You got it. Can you think of a slogan from Pakistani advertisements? Because now we are doing English language, I know, but can we just think of the topic when you have a political party saying roti kapra or makan, roti kapra or so it's always like giving you an impact, like the voice. What is your main ambition? What slogan is the punchline, the bottom line of any campaign? What is it? The bottom line of any campaign. Save planet, save future, isn't it? So it's almost like you do listen to it. It's everywhere. So you have adverb of frequency. Always they try to tell you, when people use we are always we are always providing um exquisite services. We are always providing one of the best quality services. So this means that not only I'm exaggerating, but I'm creating an effect of perfection. Always means hamesha, every time, always perfection. So they try to show, beta, you need to remember one thing when it comes to advertisements. I really like the way advertisement is to be explored when it comes to your paper. So let me share this with you. I have, this is my advertisement, right? It has two dimensions to it. Number one, number two. Number one is about, please organize your notes and lectures, because once we're going to start off physically, then I'm going to keep a check on this. Please, beta, don't forget, keep on writing along with me. Number one, advertisement is always designed to do foregrounding. Foregrounding means you tell me everything which is positive about the campaign. Then foregrounding opposite is going to be what? Backgrounding. Backgrounding. That means the negative side of it. Perhaps it's basically the amount or hidden charges. You are watching Uphone advertisement, and towards the end it says extra charges will be applied if that is this. It will come in the most fast way, and it's a running stripe that runs at the bottom of the screen. If you have noticed, if there's a cigarette campaign, promotional campaign, the warning that cigarette smoking is injurious for health, it will always come at the last, at the like towards the end of the campaign. That is called backgrounding, because you want to hide, you want to background the negative impact of the advertisement. You would always highlight, do the do ad. Have you seen do the do ad? What happens in it? In do the do advertisement, you would realize better there is a lot of backgrounding. Stunts are being performed, isn't it? Try to understand. It's gonna be so interesting once you get the features. Okay, stunts are being performed, but in the most like tiny font size, there is a warning which is running at the bottom of the screen. At the bottom of the screen, which says these stunts are performed by the professional, do not try them at home. But you're busy watching how this cool guy is flying his bike from one cliff to the another. You're looking at another way of the whole dimension. So warning, I mean, warning is overlooked. Warning is overlooked. You are looking at the macho impact of the professional rider, isn't it? So this is called beta backgrounding, where, okay, you tell me, iPhone advertisement would never expose the real amount or the price of the product. But Q Mobile ad is always telling it's 12,500 something. Why? Because it depends. They because iPhone is really expensive. It will not be affordable for, it won't be affordable for all the class people. Did you understand now? Foregrounding is only the characteristic, like the positive attributes of the campaign, positive attributes of the campaign. Campaign is advertisement, the promotional campaign, but you will hide the price, the price of it. So have we understood today's lesson? Have we understood?
Yes, miss.
Thank you for acknowledging Motasam and Shizabita. Would you please tell me, have you understood? I am doing technical stuff. Please don't miss out my classes. Tomorrow, I will be continuing the same thing from here. I am not yet done with the features of the text. I am not yet done reading with the original text. I'm introducing you the paper, how it will come in the paper. What do I need to do in my paper? I am not saying that whenever we're going to start physical classes, I'm going to quickly give you the past paper. No, the concept is to be built up. Shiza said, yes, I got it. Thank you. Aisha said, Motasam, waiting for your response, beta. Your feedback is very important for me. Okay, on this note, happy note, we are ending the class. I'll see you tomorrow. 5 minutes recap, you'll do it. I'll ask you, what do we mean by foregrounding, background? Just revise your lesson for today. Take care. Bye-bye.